Yo, people, welcome back to my YouTube channel and welcome to another video. I hope you guys are doing all right today. As you can see, it's time for Premier League predictions. Now, I was supposed to upload this yesterday, but unfortunately, my camera didn't work and my laptop just went crazy overnight, couldn't update. So that's why I'm recording this video today before the Premier League game. So obviously there's no trophy to PM kickoff because we got two League Cup finals for both the men and women. So today we got my team facing Manchester City at Derby County's stadium, which is Pride Park. You know, they sacked Gareth Taylor. Now they're bringing a former manager that's won them the WSL. So yeah, it's going to be tough for us. And another reason is that Keir Walsh and other four key players, the likes of Gil Whiten and all that stuff, won't be available today. So it's gonna be a tough game for us. But listen, I still trust Son. Not Son. But the great news is that Sam Kerr is back, and she will be part of the Champions League squad. So we got our players back. We got injuries, but guess what? We are still unbeaten. The only team to make Chelsea drop points is Brighton and Leicester City, and those games are away from home. Those are the only teams, so we're still unbeaten in all competitions. So, I'm not saying that we're going to definitely win the quadruple and going invincible. I'm saying that if we do this year, this creates history because I feel like this will be the second time that the women's team has done the quadruple invincible because Arsenal did that in their first season. So, what I'm going to say is that good luck to the ladies out there. Hopefully, you can finally win that League Cup. It wouldn't mean anything, but winning that cup will just give you more confidence that we can win more cups, such as the FA Cup, because we're in the semi-final. We still can win the WSL because we're now 8 points clear of both Arsenal and Man United because Man United lost 3-1 against Liverpool yesterday and also beat Everton 3-1, so we're 8 points behind. So they had games in hand, so we're all fine now. We're definitely all fine. So yeah, good luck to the ladies, man. Let's see if you can beat Man City because this is part one of facing Man City, part one of the four, because we faced them in 12 days. You know what I mean? So we got them Man City today, then we got the Champions League away, in the first leg. Then we got them away in the league, and then we faced them at home for this, and then we at Stamford Bridge for the home leg. Sorry, yeah, second leg at Stamford Bridge. So some really tough games. Now I'm not saying that we're gonna beat Man City 4 times the world because it's gonna be impossible. But if we do, boy, people need to take Chelsea seriously and think, you know what, they can have a possibility of winning quadruple and being invincible. So yeah, tough games, but big up to the ladies. And also tomorrow is the Liverpool versus Newcastle Carabao Cup final. So at the end of the so when the Premier League games fixed, Premier League predictions are over, I will give you the Liverpool Newcastle predictions as well for the Carabao Cup final. And if I got plenty of time, I will be able to do the Liverpool Newcastle live watch along. And also after that, Atletico Madrid versus Barcelona. I'm definitely gonna do a watch along because this is a battle for the title race. So busy on Sunday, the London Derby, the Carabao Cup final, the title race in Spain. It's gonna be very busy for me on Sunday, but I'm not going anywhere. I'm gonna be staying here to do the content for you guys tomorrow. So there you go. So yeah, looking forward to all three games on Sunday, which is tomorrow. So there we go. But before we get into that, we have to do the predictions first. So this is video one of two because in the next video I'm gonna be doing the preview. Sorry guys. All right. I'm gonna be doing the Arsenal versus Chelsea preview on my YouTube channel. So make sure you guys tune into that one. But yeah, let's get things started. Make sure you guys like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification as well if you so that you don't miss any of my content, and make sure you click the share button so that you guys can give your predictions in the comments down below. And if there's anyone that you don't like, do let me know. And if you think that this team is going to win, give me a reason, and then I'll try to understand that. So there we go. But yeah, man, let's get things started. Good luck to the ladies out there, the chosen women. Let's hope we can win this. So without further ado, let's start. All right, so our first game. So yeah, like I said, there is no 12:30 p.m. kickoff, so we're gonna move on into the first game, which is a 3 p.m. kickoff, which is Everton versus West Ham United. Now, funnily enough, yeah, this is the David Moyes derby because he's returning to face his former club, West Ham United. So, boy, that is a fixture I'm looking forward to because Everton are still unbeaten, but for Graham Potter, a good up and down. Of course, the last game they did lose against Newcastle at home, and they did have chances. So there you go. So yeah, Everton are still unbeaten in 8 games. They have, I think, they've drawn 3 games in a row. Yeah, so Everton have drawn 3 games in a row. So they have to win this game. They have to because Wolves are 10 points below them. So and also West Ham on the same point as Everton. So Everton have to win this game. I still believe they will stay up, but David Moyes will be looking for revenge after West Ham sacked David Moyes. So there you go. So yeah, man, I'm looking forward to that game earlier today. So David Moyes' derby. All right, so here comes the stats. So Everton has scored more than once in any of the last 10 Premier League meetings with West Ham, 6 goals in total, with their first fixture in November finishing goalless. West Ham have won 4 of the last 6 Premier League away games against Everton, more than they had in the first 22 visits to Goodison Park in the competition. Everton are unbeaten in the last 8 Premier League games, winning 4 and drawing 4, the longest since a run of 9 between December 2016 and February 2017 under Ronald Koeman. West Ham have failed to score 37.5% of their Premier League games under Graham Potter, compared to 20 under Louvlin Lopetegui. They've they've also averaged just 9.3 shots per game under Potter compared to 14.6 under Lopetegui in the league game. Well, listen, these stats are true, but Graham Potter didn't have a first full season, so that's what people need to understand. And finally, Everton have drawn 12 Premier League games this season, more than any other side, including each of the last 3 in a row. The Toffees last drew 4 league game succession in September 2022 and last drew more in the league campaign overall, 50 to 60 season, which is 14 times. So there we go. Um, Now, in terms of this game, I feel like this is the battle of a low block because that is how both teams play. But you know what? So that's why I don't think for me it's going to be for me. I don't see any team like scoring like 2 or 3 goals because it's going to be impossible. But what I will say is that David Moyes is doing a fantastic job for Everton. 8 league games unbeaten, 4 wins, 4 draws, last drawn 3 in a row. Yeah, and you know what? Yeah, if Everton do beat West Ham today, they will be up to 13th place because Man United and Tottenham play their games on tomorrow. So yeah, I think Everton for me, I feel like they will stay up. They'll like I said, they need to get 7 points, at least 7 points, in order for them to stay up. So what they need to do is to win 2 games, drawn one, and they're done. They're definitely staying up. So yeah, big up to it. So yeah, so Dave Moyes is doing a fantastic job. Obviously, I would have thought sacking Sean Dice would be a bad decision, but you know what? Fair play to Everton. They made the right decision. So let's hope David Moyes does brilliantly next season. So yeah, in terms of this game, even though I think this might be a draw, like possibly like a 0-0, I see Everton winning this game. To be honest with you, so for this game today, I'm gonna go for 1-0 Everton because West Ham, I feel like they will find some way to make Everton frustrated. But it's at Goodison Park. West Ham do have a good record there, but that was under David Moyes. They sacked him, so this is David Moyes derby, and David Moyes are looking. Um, of course, the fans and the West Ham fans will be applauding David Moyes for what he's done, but David Moyes will be looking to beat his former club, and I think he will do so. I'm just going to go for a tight 1-0 Everton win. The goal scorer for that game, probably Beto. So yeah, I'm just going to go for 1-0 Everton's because it's at Goodison Park. David Moyes is unbeaten in the last 8 games. So yeah, I'm gonna go for an Everton 1-0 win. So that's gonna be my prediction for that game on Saturday. Now, do forgive me on this, but wait, does Fulham Tottenham Hotspur play as well today? Let me just have a look because I don't think they do. It's only on a Sunday. I'm hearing. Yeah, sorry guys, do forgive me. The Fulham Tottenham game is actually on a Sunday. That game is on a Sunday, so do forgive me on that website. So I'm gonna move on to that one in just a moment. But let's move on into Ipswich Town versus Nottingham Forest. So here's the stats. Ipswich have lost just one of the last seven home league games against Nottingham Forest. What is the first time they are hosting them in the top flight since a 1-0 loss in August 1994, so 3 decades ago. Nottingham Forest are looking to complete the league double over Ipswich for the first time since 16-17 season, the championship. They also won both meetings with the Chatter Boys the last time they met in the Premier League, with Forest finishing third and Ipswich being relegated. Well, this could be the same thing this season because Forest are in third place and Ipswich Town were in the relegation zone. So this could be the same thing just like it was 3 decades ago. Ipswich haven't won any of the last 40 Premier League games against sides in the top three of the table since a 1-0 win against Liverpool at Anfield in January 1995. Again, 3 decades ago. Those 12 defeats in that one have come by an aggregate score of 40 goals to 3. Between March 1996 and at the end of the 22-23 campaign, Nottingham Forest have not so far has won none of their 50 Premier League games against promoted sides since the start of last season. They are unbeaten in 10 such matches, winning the last 6 in a row. Excuse me. And finally, Ipswich are the only side in English top four tiers without a league win so far in 2025. Is the longest one without a league victory from the start of the calendar year in their history. So you can see that these stats don't really work in Ipswich Town favour that lot. So there we go. In terms of this game, I mean, Ipswich Town, man. I mean, I would have thought that they would probably stay up this season and maybe the likes of Leicester and Southampton get relegated, but it looks like I'm wrong. So it's a must win for Ipswich Town because they are 6 points behind Wolves. So if Ipswich Town can beat Nottingham Forest, and let's say that Wolves lose their game, Ipswich Town and Wolves lose against Southampton, then Ipswich Town will be 3 points behind them. So Ipswich Town need to win this game if they have any chance of staying up. Because they still have a chance. They're only 6 points behind as we're going this right now. So they have to win. And I really do hope that Ipswich Town do win. Because Chelsea right now are 2 points behind Nottingham Forest. You know? So I'm not saying that we're going to beat Arsenal on Sunday. But let's say that we do. Let's say that Chelsea beat Arsenal on Sunday. Not only will we be 2 points, sorry, a point above Forest in third place, but we will be 3 points behind Arsenal because we're on 49 points and they're on 55, if you know what I mean. So, and Man City got Brighton and Newcastle, they don't play their game this weekend because they're in the Carabao Cup final. So, there you go. So I'm hoping that Ipswich Town could win, but to be honest with you, I don't think they're gonna do so. I really don't. It's at home, so it's gonna be a difficult place to go. But to be honest with you, I don't see Ipswich Town winning this game. So unfortunately, I see Forest winning another game just like they did against City. So for this game today, I'm gonna go for a 2-0 Forest win. 2-0 because not because Nuno Espirito de Santo is doing a fantastic job. Never been Man City in their history. They've done so last weekend, so fair play. So yeah, I'm just gonna go for Forest win of 2-0. Goal scorers probably Cal Hudson-Odoi and Chris Wood. So yeah, 2-0 Forest, man. I just hope that Ipswich Town can um can prove me wrong, but to be honest with you, they just can't. So yeah, 2-0 to Ipswich Town is gonna be my prediction for that game today. Moving on into another game where I'm hoping that both teams drop points, like it be a draw, is Man City versus Brighton. Brighton have won 6 games in has won 6 games in a row, four in the Premier League. So they're on a good run of form. But for Man City, though, boy, I mean, Newcastle on the same points as Man City, by the way. Yet, and look at Man City's last 5 games: lost, win, lost, win, lost. So probably today against Brighton, they might win. They probably might win today because that's how their form is: up and down, up and down, up and down. Well, I'm gonna give you my prediction for that game in just a moment. But first, as always, some stats. So, Man City have never lost a home league match against Brighton, winning each of the last 10 in a row. It's the most they face an opponent at home without ever losing in the league history, which is 14 times. Brighton are looking to compete their first ever league double for Man City in what is their 15th different campaign in which they've met. Both of Brighton's Premier League fixtures against Man City have been from behind. Only Man United have won more games against Pep Guardiola despite trailing in the competition. Man City have lost 9 Premier League games this season. The joint most league defeats that Pep Guardiola has suffered in a campaign in his managerial career, also 5 years ago during COVID. The last reigning champions to lose 10 more than 10 Premier League games in a season were Chelsea 17-18, while Man City suffered 10 league defeats in a season, which is 15 to 16 season, which is also 10. And finally, Brighton are currently enjoying their longest ongoing winning run in the Premier League of any side. It's the Seagulls' longest league winning run since April 2017 in the Championship, which is 5 times, and joint longest ever in top flight, also 4 times from April to May 1981. So 44 years ago, or close to that actually, close to 44 years ago. Now, I heard predictions like a Brighton win, such as 2-1. But to be honest with you, Man City, they've never lost to Brighton at home. Never. So, like I said, I don't think Man City are going to win this game because they're facing a Brighton team who's on a really good run of form. You know, they're in the quarterfinals of the FA Cup. You know, they've won 6 in a row. Ever since that loss against Forest 7-0, they've won 6 in a row. Two of them are come against Chelsea, my club, which is always have to be asked, by the way. So for this game today, even though even though my first one is that Man City going to win 2-1, I'm actually going to change to a draw. I'm going to go for 1-1 because Man City, all their destiny this season is to win the FA Cup, because then they're not going to win the Premier League title because I'm calculating this right now. Man City right now, as we're recording this, are 23 points behind Liverpool. 23 points, which is absolutely crazy. 23 points. So Man City are nowhere near going to win the title this season. They're out of the Champions League against Real Madrid in the knockout phase, and they're out of the Carabao Cup against Tottenham in the one. I believe it was the quarter. No, it wasn't the quarterfinal. Sorry, it was the round of 16. Yeah, it was the round of 16. So this season, Man City have to get Champions League, and I will say this as well: if one English team we needs to win the quarterfinal, whether it's the Champions League or the Conference League or the Europa League, and if one English team needs to win the quarterfinal, and that fifth spot could happen. So I'm just hoping that likes of let's say Villa, Arsenal, Man United, Tottenham, or Chelsea can win the quarterfinal, and that fifth spot could happen. That could happen. So yeah, for me, if Man City, let's say they finish fifth, I don't think Man City fans. I think Man City fans will be disappointed they haven't challenged for the title, but at least they can be in the Champions League next season. So yeah, man. So yeah, this season, Man City have to win the FA Cup and finish in the Champions League because if they don't, boy, the pressure is on, man. The pressure is on. So they have to win this game. But to be honest with you, I see this being a draw. So I'm just going to go for 1-1. Goal scorers for that game. For Brighton, I might go for Matoma. For Man City, I might go for goal score. I'm gonna go for um probably Marmoush. So yeah, I'm gonna go for 1-1 draw. If Man City do win, I'm not surprised because, like the stat said, they've never lost at home against Brighton before. So there you go. So yeah, I'm just gonna go for 1-1 in that game tomorrow. I mean, sorry, today. The next game is Southampton versus Wolves. Of course, Southampton. You know, Southampton. Um, lost 3-1 against Liverpool. For Wolves, they drew 1-1 against Everton. So yeah, so I'm just gonna give you the stats before the prediction. So, having won their first two Premier League home games against Wolves in September 2003 and April 2019, Southampton have now lost each of the last four against them at St Mary's. Wolves have won each of the last six Premier League games against Southampton. It's the longest winning one against an opponent in the competition and the longest in top flight games overall since between 1974 and 2018 against Burnley. Southampton have lost each of the last eight home games in the Premier League by an aggregate score of 29-5. In English top flight history, only three sides have lost more than nine in a row at home within a single season. Birmingham in 85-86 season, which is 10 times, Wolves in 11-12 season, 9 times, and Watford in 21-22 season, which is 11 times. Boy. And those teams were relegated, by the way. After winning their first two Premier League games under Victor Pereira in December, Wolves have won just two of the last 10 under Portuguese, drawing two and losing six. And finally, Southampton have lost six Premier League games, in which they scored their opening goal this season. In the competition's history, only Southampton themselves and Blackburn Rovers in the 92-93 season have ever lost after going 1-0 up in a single campaign. So there you go. For this game today, I'm gonna go for Wolves win. Because if you look at Southampton, they're on the verge to become one of the worst Premier League clubs here in Premier League history because Derby County were bottom of the league, you know, when they got 11 points. Southampton right now have got nine. So the only way for Southampton to not break that record is to win a game, to win a game. You know, their last win was against I believe it was against Wolves or something like that. Or let me just have a look. Let me look at Southampton's last Premier League game because it's gonna be a long time. It's gonna be a long time, but let me have a look. When was Southampton's last game? Okay, it was against Ipswich Town, mind you. It was against Ipswich Town. That was on the 1st of February. That's the last win of a league win. So you know. But to be honest with you, in this game, I feel like Wolves are going to concede. They are going to concede though. But I just feel like Wolves are going to win this game. They really are because Southampton are just dead. For me, they're 100% getting relegated because they're definitely not staying up. So yeah, for this game today, I might go for Wolves win because even though Cunha, isn't still not available, Southampton are just dead. They're really dead. They're just one of the worst Premier League teams so far this season. So, and if they keep on losing, boy, if they only finish bottom of the league by 9 points, they're the worst team in Premier League history. So, yeah, if you know what I mean. So for this game, I feel like Southampton will score, but they're going to lose again. So I'm going to go for a 2-1 Wolves win because I don't think Wolves are going to batter Southampton the way Brighton did, the way Liverpool did, the way Chelsea did, Tottenham did, even Man United as well. So I don't think Wolves are going to do that. But I feel like they're just going to put more misery on Saints and including their fans. So yeah, 2-1 to Wolves is going to be my prediction for that game today. So, yeah, man, it's as simple as that. And then Saturday night football later today, we got Bournemouth versus Brentford, of course. Brentford lost 1-0 against Aston Villa, But for Bournemouth, they drew 2-2 against Tottenham, So yeah, Tottenham just bottled that game. If Kepa would if Kepa would have done his job, Bournemouth would have not lost that game at all, at all. So yeah, seeing that football at a Vitality Stadium, looking forward to that one. Really looking forward to that one. So yeah, let me give you the stats for this one. So Bournemouth are winners in their last 8 Premier League games against Brentford since a 1-0 home win in the Championship in August 2014. Boy, Brentford are unbeaten in all 5 Premier League games against Bournemouth. Both their most games without ever losing, and Bournemouth's most game without ever winning against an opponent in the competition. Bournemouth have lost their last 2 Premier League home games. Only tries they have lost 3 in a row in the top flight, doing so in April 2016 and December 2019. Brentford have won each of their last 4 Premier League away games, as many they have in the previous 27. The Breeze last won 5 consecutive away league games between October and December 2010 in League One. And finally, after 11-game unbeaten run in the Premier League between November and January, Bournemouth have now lost 3 of their last 5. Indeed, since the start of February, only current bottom 3 sides, Southampton, Ipswich, and Leicester, have earned fewer points than the Chase, which is 4 points. So there you go. So yeah, Bournemouth's form has been dipping a bit. It really has, because Bournemouth right now are in ninth place. They've only had one win in 5 in all in 5 Premier League games. One one win, 3 draws, and 1 defeat. So, and they're facing a Brentford team who've lost 2, in their last 5 games in the Premier League. So I don't know what to say about this game. I really don't know what to say. But Bournemouth have impressed me against Tottenham. They really did, and they sh- they if Kepa would have done his job properly, then Bournemouth could have beaten Tottenham in that game. So so it's gonna be a tough game for both, because Brentford, we do know that they play a low block, but I think Bournemouth this season has been really good. They're still not far off from the Champions League. Like, if you look at the table, only 7 points separates fourth to 10th. Only 7 points, which is crazy. Absolutely crazy. So Bournemouth are not that far from it. If they beat Brentford, they're still within a chance of making the Champions League. So, and of course they're at home as well. So I don't know what to say about this game, but I would have thought that Brentford can beat Villa, but that didn't happen. So yeah, Bournemouth for me are going to win this game, but it's not going to be easy though. It is not going to be easy. So yeah, for this game, I'm gonna go for a 2-1 Bournemouth win, because they're at home. They did really good against Tottenham. They had chances to win as well. So let's hope they don't do the same thing against Brentford tonight. So obviously I want Brentford to win, because I don't want Bournemouth to catching up to Chelsea, but it's at home. Bournemouth have been really good this season. They're in the quarterfinals of the FA Cup, if you know what I mean. So Ariol is doing a fantastic job. So yeah, man, give credit to him. So yeah, I'm gonna go for 2-1 Bournemouth win. For the goal scorers, I might go for Colbert and Josh Phillip. For Brentford, might go for Mbeumo to score. So yeah, 2-1 to Bournemouth. It's going to be my prediction for that game today. So those are Saturday's games. Let's move on into Super Sunday. So Arsenal versus Chelsea. I'm not going to talk about this too much, because I'm going to save that for the match preview that will be coming up later today. So make sure you guys tune into that one. But to be honest with you, um, I'm even though Chelsea fans will be thinking I'm too negative, I just can't back my team, because if you look at the last 3 games, Copenhagen, Leicester at home, and Copenhagen at home on Thursday. I literally went to sleep on those 3 games. Literally went to sleep, because it was dead, it was boring, like the tactics, the style of play was just completely dead, dead, you know, completely dead. So that's why I've no confidence going into this game tomorrow. No confidence. Because if we play like this against Arsenal, we're gonna get battered again. We're gonna get battered again. I don't think it's gonna be 5-0 like last time. But if we play like this year, the way that we did against Copenhagen, where we had no, it's like zero attempts in the first half and stuff like that, I will not be. If we get back to the game, I will not be surprised. Like we shouldn't, but I'll not be because the last three games here, it was pathetic, absolutely pathetic, boring, dead, useless, absolutely useless. So I've no faith in this team. I don't see us well. I don't see us going at the Emirates Stadium again. So that's why I'm gonna go for a 2-0 Arsenal win. Even though my heart is saying 1-1, I'm just gonna go 2-0 Arsenal. I want to back my team, but after the last three games that I've watched, I just can't. I really can't. So yeah, 2-1, sorry, 2-0 Arsenal is my prediction. Um, so yeah, I'm just gonna save that for the match preview. So yeah, 2-0 to Arsenal is gonna be my prediction for that game tomorrow. Um, Let me quickly move on into the Fulham Tottenham game because their game is also kicked off at the same time as us. So yeah, that's also a London derby, but it's not bigger than the Arsenal Chelsea one. So there we go. So yeah, Tottenham going away to Craven Cottage. So yeah, so let me read out the stats for that game. So Fulham are unbeaten in the last two Premier League games against Tottenham Hotspur, having lost 14 of their previous 16 against them beforehand. They last went three without defeat in the league against Spurs between November 2008 and December 2009. After seven consecutive Premier League wins against Fulham between 2010 and 2023, Tottenham lost this exact fixture 3-0 last season. Yeah, I couldn't believe that one. They've not lost consecutive league faces to the Cottages since a one of four between 2002 and 2006. Tottenham have lost each of last five Premier League games on a match day immediately before an international break, including a 3-0 loss at Fulham last year. They had an unbeaten in 13 such matches before this. Having Yeah, that's why Tottenham are just so terrible when it comes to international breaks. Before that one, having lost just four of the last first Premier League games this season, Fulham have now lost four in the last eight. The Colleges have also lost their last two London derbies, having been unbeaten the previous 10. And finally, Tottenham have won both their last two away games in the Premier League, but haven't won three in a row on the road since November 2020, a 1 of 4. So there we go. Listen, Tottenham just made it through to the Europa League quarterfinals, and they'll be facing Eintracht Frankfurt. So Ange has done a really good job, but I still don't think that Tottenham are going to win the Europa League this season. I just really don't. But let's see what he does, man. But yeah, looking at the table, yeah, Tottenham are in 13th place. They haven't won their last two, and like I said, in a game against Bournemouth, they were so lucky to get a point because Bournemouth had bare chances, and if Tottenham would have, and if Tottenham, I mean, if Bournemouth would have been clinical in the final third, Tottenham would have never, ever you know, made that comeback if it was for Kepa. If Kepa would have done better, if Kepa would have made that save for that long range goal, Sal's goal, and if he didn't do, and if he wasn't stupid enough, yeah, not to foul Son, that would, both could have won this game, if you know what I mean. So Tottenham are lucky. So, whereas for Fulham, they did lose their last game, which was against who was it again? Against Brighton. But for me, yeah, it's at home and Tottenham. In fact, funnily enough, yeah, Ange Postecoglou don't have a good record at Craven Cottage because when they face each other in the Calber Cup, um, early on, they've lost on penalties. And also, they lost 3-0 as well last season, like the stat said. So, Ange Postecoglou don't have a good record at Craven Cottage. They don't. He doesn't. So, yeah, man. So let's see. Let's see what happens. But for this game, um, I feel like Fulham are going to win this game because Tottenham right now, even though they've won against AZ Alkmaar, for me they're just still terrible in the league because you know Tottenham have lost 14 games this season. 14. The only teams that have lost more than Tottenham are Wolves, Ipswich Town, Leicester City, and Southampton. Even though Man United are on the same place as Tottenham, they've lost fewer games than Tottenham. So it's only Wolves, Ipswich Town, Leicester City, and Southampton that have lost more than Tottenham this in the Premier League this season. So you know, so for this game, I feel like this will be Tottenham's 15th loss. Unless Ange Postecoglou puts the tactics the way he did against AZ Alkmaar, but we have to wait and see. But honestly, for this game on tomorrow, I'm gonna go for Fulham win. I'm gonna go for Fulham win. So I'm gonna go for 2-1 Fulham win for this one because it's gonna be a tough game. It's at Craven Cottage. They've lost. I believe what was Fulham's last home game? Home game. Let me just have a quick look. So yeah, Fulham. Their last home game was against Palace, but they lost 2-0. Um, but listen, but that's because Palace are above Tottenham. So yeah, so for Fulham, I'm feeling gonna win this game 2-1. Tottenham only goal scorer probably Dominic Solanke. Fulham goal scorers, I'm going to go for Harry Wilson and Alex Iwobi. So, yeah, 2-1 to Fulham is going to be my prediction for that game tomorrow. And then we've got another game, 7 o'clock kickoff, which is after the Carabao Cup final. Leicester City versus Man United, of course. Ruud van Nistelrooy will be facing his old club. He was the interim manager before Ruben Amorim came in. So, yeah, man, that game kicks off tomorrow at 7 p.m. But I will be watching the Atletico Madrid game as well. So make sure you guys tune into that one. So yeah, um, let me read out the stats for this one. So, having been unbeaten in 4 Premier League games against Manchester United over the 2021 and 2020 COVID season, I should say, Leicester have lost their last three against the Red Devils in the competition without scoring. Man United have lost just one of their last 8 Premier League away games against Leicester, going 4-2 down in October 2021, and that was under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. That was the season where he got sacked, by the way. And Man United have beaten Leicester 3 times in all competitions this season. They've beaten 3 times, 4 times in the same campaign before Sheffield Wednesday, Chelsea, Nottingham Forest, while the only team Leicester have lost to 4 times in the season was West Brom in 1980-81 season. Leicester have lost 12 of their last 30 Premier League games. Their last one was against Tottenham, by the way, including their last 5 without scoring a single goal. Only 4 teams have lost more consecutively in a single campaign without scoring: Ipswich Town, Everton, Crystal Palace, and Norwich City. And those were the teams, yeah. It's only Ipswich Town, Crystal, and Norwich City were the only teams that got relegated that time. And finally, Leicester have lost each of the last 6 Premier League home games by aggregate score of 50-0. No team in English top flight history has ever lost 7 in a row without scoring. So there we go. For this game, um, of course, Man United did draw against Arsenal, and they did have chances to win if it was for David Dwyer and Declan Rice. So there you go. Yeah, for this game on Sunday, I think Man United are going to win. They really are, because Leicester City right now, the Wood from this way has been that great. Having failed to score, at home, I feel like it's going to be the same old, same old. So for this game on Sunday, I'm going to go for a 2-0 Man United win, because I would love it for Ruud van Nistelrooy to get a win against his former club, but I just don't see that happening. I just really don't. And of course, Leicester did lose against Chelsea, and they also didn't score as well. So, many teams just love to keep a clean sheet against Leicester. So, yeah, man. 2-0 Man United. Goal scorers probably Bruno Fernandes and who else? Probably Joshua Zerski, and that's basically it. So 2-0 to United. They're going to beat Leicester City. They're going to keep a clean sheet. It's as simple as that. What more can I say, man? So yeah, 2-0 Man United on that game tomorrow. All right, guys. So that is it. For this week, for this week's this weekend's fixtures. Let me go for the one more time. So Saturday's games, which is today. I've gone for 1-0 Everton win against the Hammers, a 2-0 Forest win against Ipswich Town, a 1-1 draw between Man City and Brighton, a 2-1 Wolves win against Southampton, a 2-1 Bournemouth win against Brentford as well. Then Super Sunday, I've gone for 2-1 for the win against Tottenham, a 2-0 Arsenal win against my club Chelsea, and a 2-0 Leicester City win. I'm sorry, 2-0 Man United win against Leicester City. So those are the Premier League predictions for game week for game week um 29. Sorry guys, let me try that again. There we go. Sorry about that. So yeah, do let me know in the comments down below. If you agree on my predictions, and if you got your predictions, do let me know in the comments down below. But before I end this video, I'm gonna give you guys my prediction for the Carabao Cup final, tomorrow between Liverpool and Newcastle. So obviously, Newcastle need to win this. This means more if they like this means more to Newcastle than to Liverpool because Newcastle have failed to win trophy. Wait, when is the let me just calculate. I feel like somebody told me yeah that the last time Newcastle won a trophy was 70 years ago, something like that. Let me just have a look. Let me just have a look. When was the last time? 1955. So let me just calculate this. So right now we are in 2025. So it could be 70 years ago. So let me have a look. Yeah, 70 years ago. Boy, 7 decades ago. My God, like that is crazy, absolutely crazy. So for people, so new, so if any Newcastle fan was let's say like 71 years or older, would have seen their team would have seen Newcastle winning the trophy because I don't think any Newcastle fan that age 69 or below would have seen their team win a trophy. So yeah, man, Newcastle have like I feel like Liverpool will win this game, but Newcastle have to win this because it's been a long drought, you know. And I also read the stat that says ever since Newcastle last won a trophy, there's been like 20 clubs that have won it. You know, ever since Newcastle won their last trophy, that is absolutely crazy. So for me, Newcastle in the Carabao Cup 2 years ago against Man United and did lose, but tomorrow they have to put on a fight because Liverpool are out of the FA Cup, they're out of the Champions League. So it's only the League Cup and the Premier League they have to fight for. So to be honest with you, I feel like Liverpool win this game, but if Newcastle win, I'll be happy for them. I'll be happy for their fans, for their players and their manager because they need this, you know. 70 years without a major trophy. This is the only trophy that Newcastle have to fight for because they're not playing the Champions League this season. They're nowhere near winning the Premier League. And they're out of the FA Cup as well against Brighton on extra time. So this is the only trophy that Newcastle have to fight for. If they don't win this trophy, boy, that drought is going to be longer and longer and longer. So this means more to Newcastle to live than Liverpool because Liverpool won it last season when they faced my club Chelsea on extra time. So if you know what I mean, so Newcastle, you know, they have to put up a fight. They have to win this. So even though I feel like even though I want Newcastle to win because I don't Liverpool to win any trophy this season, I just don't think. I just feel like Liverpool are going to win this game because you know Trent Alexander-Arnold is injured, but they do have someone that can replace him. And I think it's Conor Bradley or something like that. So you know, other than that, most they have all their players fit, and this time they don't need to worry about bringing kids on like they did last year. So for me, I feel like it's gonna be a tight game. Don't get me wrong, but I just feel like Liverpool going to win this game. So I'm gonna go for 2-1 Liverpool win. I just feel like It's just that Anthony Gordon is not available. Also, I'm hearing the likes of their midfielder Dan Burns, so that's going to be a struggle. So the question is, so of course Bruno Guimaraes is still available and all that stuff, but Newcastle haven't beaten Liverpool this season, so that's an interesting fact. But I just feel like if Newcastle do win, then I'll be happy for them. But I'm gonna go for 2-1 Liverpool win. The goal scorers for that game for Newcastle, Alexander Isak, if he's available. For Liverpool, I'm gonna go for uh probably Mo Salah to get a goal and an assist, and probably Luis, probably Luis Diaz to be honest with you. So yeah, Luis Diaz and Mo Salah to score, and for him to also get an assist. So yeah, 2-1 to Liverpool. But all I will say is that good luck to both teams, especially good luck to Newcastle. Let's see if you can end that 70 years of hurt. You know, if you do win, if you're not, then you have to say that when is the trophy that going to be over? We're gonna have to wait and see. But yeah, good luck to both teams. Let's hope that Liverpool. I think Liverpool will win, but I'm hoping I'll be proven wrong. But I will do a live watch along on that one tomorrow if I got plenty of time. So make sure you guys tune into that one. But yeah, man, that is it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget there will be a match preview later today, so make sure you guys tune into that one. Tomorrow, as usual, a live watch along and a match reaction after the Arsenal Chelsea game. And then, if I got time as well, I'll be doing the Atletico Madrid versus Barcelona game, live on my YouTube channel because that's a title race decided to see who's going to win. So you guys don't want to miss that one. So tomorrow it's going to be a busy day. Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool, Newcastle, Atletico Madrid versus Barcelona. But the good thing is, I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. But if I am busy tomorrow, make sure you guys follow me on Instagram. Make sure you subscribe to my channel so that you can get to updates when I'm going to be doing content tomorrow or not. So make sure you guys make sure you guys keep up to date on my socials. The link is in the description below. But yeah, man, enjoy the rest of your games today. Good luck to the Chelsea women. Hopefully you can win your first trophy under Sonia Bombasta. Good luck to Liverpool Newcastle as well. And yeah, may the best team win. So have a great day, guys. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy the rest of your games. And I'll see you guys later on for the match preview for Arsenal versus Chelsea. As always, take care. Goodbye. God bless. Up the Chelsea.